Here we go. Y'all, this is our review for the quiz today. I know we're missing a lot, so I'm recording the review for them. Again, your test is looking like it's going to be next Thursday. Listen, there is one lesson in this chapter that we are skipping. When we come back from break, we will learn 2 lessons that we will have skipped, and then we'll get to do a fun project where we draw. Okay? Art in class instead of math. Okay? And we will do that during class and not at home. That's what else is good about that, right? You don't have to do it at home. So I'll talk more about that, but everyone must have a compass, not a north, east, south, west compass. Okay? A circular drawing compass. All right? Anyway, I can see where the confusion, both are called a compass. Now, here's your quiz review.
Is it 3?
3-3. I said 3-3 practice. Okay. Shh. Let me go on with this quiz review, Aston. Okay? Now, the first thing it says is what 4 segments are parallel to PNRQ? So if I were you, the first thing I would do is draw, boys, P, N, R, and Q. This little plane down here. Does everybody see that? That's P, N, R, Q. So what 4 segments are parallel to that? They're the ones that won't ever cross it. So somebody name me one of them.
The top one.
Okay, what top one? They're all the top one, but what one of them?
JK.
JK. Okay, there we go. That one would never cross them. It's parallel. What's another one?
ML.
ML. Very good. What's another one?
KL.
KL and JM. Those are the 4 that we're looking
So
for.
be A.
So it looks like it's A.
I bet.
Is there anybody who doesn't understand what that's asking? Or are we all going to get that one? Yes, we're just doing what's parallel, okay?
Wait, when did we do 3?
I don't know. Okay, are we good? Shh. All right. Then the next problem, I really like these. It talks about all those little things that we learned on a transversal. It says, what is the relationship between 4 and 8? Okay?
The C word.
What are they? Look, they're multiple choice, so which one is it?
Can't see.
What are 4 and 8? They are corresponding angles. Okay, do y'all remember that? Put the computer up. It's not going to help you on the quiz. Okay, do we remember corresponding angles? What? Corresponding are like 2 and 6, and 1 and 5, and 3 and 7, and 4 and 8. See how they skip? That's what I think of. Corresponding angles are the ones that they just skip a space. Okay? The alternate exterior are on the outside, like 1 and 8,
So 1 and 5.
and 2 and 7. 1 and 5 are corresponding.
And then 3 and 7.
And 3 and 7, and 2 and 6. You said that, yeah. What are some alternate interior?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Wait, okay. Everybody think for a second. Alternate interior.
Alternate interior. Okay, wait.
Wait.
4 and 5, he said.
3 and 6.
And she said, didn't you say 3 and 6? So, yeah. For alternate interior,
Oh.
3 and 6, and 4 and 5.
Okay.
Okay? What are some same side interior?
3 and 5.
3 and 5,
5 and 6.
4 and 6.
5 and 6.
Okay, those are the words that we've learned. Okay, let me go to the next problem. It's probably going to be kind of like that. Is everybody good with?
That one was C.
This one was B. Corresponding angles were 4 and 8. It told me 4 and 8. What are 4 and 8? Those are corresponding angles. Okay, that's what the question was. Let's look at this one. I kind of wrote on here. Let me see if I can erase this. Oh no, I copied it, so I can't erase it, I don't think. Okay, anyway, we'll just see this. This one says, look, it's just a transversal. Do y'all see there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It says, how are angles 6 and 3 related?
Alternate interior angles.
Very good.
Oh,
So, but give everybody some time to think. 6 and 3, they're on the inside. So, and they're on alternating sides. Does everybody see that those are alternate interior? We're good with that. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes?
What about the ones that like,
Thought what?
if one angle's this, the other angle's that?
Wait. Okay, that's this next one. If angle 8 is 130, what are angles? What's the sum? I didn't ask this one right the other day. If angle 8 is 130 degrees, what is the sum of angle 1 and angle 4? So first of all, and you can see where I wrote on here, but if this is 130, what's this one? 130. What's this one?
130.
And I know y'all can see that. And what's this one?
130.
130. But does everybody know that without me having that on there? It's not going to say that on there, okay? Now, then it says, what is the sum of angles 1 and 4?
1200.
What add angles 1 and 4 together?
160.
260. 260.
Oh, yeah, 260.
So you would think 260 right here. It's A.
Wait.
But 260 plus 260.
Oh, I got you.
No.
I got you.
Okay, so it was kind of a trick question, y'all.
Angle 8 measures 130.
Question,
What's the
Ayla.
measures of angle 1 and angle 4?
Okay,
Adam, give it.
so interior is like 5, 6, 64, and exterior would be like 7, 8.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Okay, and does everybody know how it works? Like if you know this one's 130, that all these other ones are. Okay? That's what else. Like you should kind of know that by now. But remember, and it's probably going to do that on your quiz. It tricked you. It didn't say what are angles 1 and 4. It said what's the sum of their angles. So read the question because I didn't even do that the other day when we were looking at it. Okay.
You're so good.
Now, here's the next one. Y'all, okay. And I put this on here. It says, what's the measure of angle G? Look up here. All they gave me was this 42. I wrote this one, so that's not on there. If this is 42, it wants me to find angle G. This one right here. So if this is 42, then I know that that is 42 because what kind of angles are those? Corresponding
angles.
And then I know that this is also 42 because those are
Is that a vertical?
Very good.
Are there any
Let's see
proofs
about
on
that
this
verb.
paper?
Wait, we'll get to it and see. We'll see what's on here. So did I hear a wait, like a question?
I thought it was 8.
What?
38.
42 plus 42.
It's D.
What?
All it said was no. It didn't say the sum of anything. It said what is angle G?
So it'll be D?
It is
Yeah.
D.
D.
Yes.
Why do you have E circled, baby?
I didn't. I had a line up here on the board.
Oh.
There was just a line on the board.
You're scared.
Okay, just, hey, listen, y'all, let me tell y'all, this class, y'all can break pencils. Who broke those pencils right there?
I have no idea.
Were those broken or-
Wait, what is
Okay,
it?
because let me tell y'all, Miss Carrie has to come in here and pick up all your stuff off the floor before she can vacuum. I'm not your mom and she's not your mom. Please clean up your own mess, okay? I'm sure your mom doesn't want to even clean up your mess, okay? So if you broke the pencils, because I've been making sure every class has been cleaning up. Who broke the pencils and left them on the floor?
I ain't gonna lie to you. If it was me, they'd be sitting right here by my backpack.
It was me.
All right, I'm not letting y'all leave until they're picked up. I'm just saying. Now, let me go.
No, I need to see those.
right. Thank you very much for picking those up. So y'all, just be considerate, okay, of others. She doesn't have time to clean up your trash off the floor, okay? Be considerate. Now, here's the next thing. It says, which lines are parallel if angles 2 and 8 are equal? And then it says justify your answer. So you're going to have to explain why. And it's multiple choice. First of all, let me circle angles 2 and 8. So if I circle that angle and that angle.
Alternate interior
which-
angles.
Wait. Okay, so you got that part already.
Yeah.
Now, which two lines are parallel? What two lines are they touching? Are they touching R and S
Is that
or
L
L
and
and M?
M?
It's L and M. So I would say
Should
L
be D.
is parallel to M.
Should be D.
Wait, just wait. Okay? Then you're going to explain why. And he already said those are alternate interior angles. So you're saying L and M and then alternate interior angles is what you're looking
I always think about that.
No, I know you're paying attention. You always answer questions. You always do. Okay. Does everybody understand why it's L and M?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Explain.
Okay. It's asking for two lines that are parallel. So and I'm looking at angles 2 and 8. That's what they tell me. Angles 2 and angles 8. it can't be R and S. Here's S way over here. Do I even know anything about that line?
Nope.
No. What two lines are with the 2 and the 8? The L and the M. Oops, the L and the M. Does that make sense? Yeah, is that better? And then those are alternate interior angles, so I know it's that.
What did I do?
All right, let's keep going. The next one, I know I have that written on here, but okay, it says find the value of x for which P is parallel to Q. It tells me angle 1 is 8x and angle 3 is 120. I know I already wrote this up here, but what I would do, if angle 1 is 8x, I would write that. Do y'all want me to go over this or just give you the quiz? Okay. Angle 3 is 120, so I wrote that here. Is everybody okay with that? They told me that, so I wrote them. Then it tells me if P is parallel to Q, what do I know about angles 1 and 3? They're congruent. They're corresponding, so they're congruent. So that's why I wrote 8x equals 120. Does anybody not understand why those two things are equal? We got that?
Because they're corresponding.
They're corresponding, so I know they're equal. Remember, things are either going to be equal or they're going to add to 180. Remember, that's our two things this whole chapter. So far, they're either equal or they add to 180. In this case, corresponding angles are equal. So how do I solve for x?
X equals 15.
Because you would divide by 8. Very good, Colton.
How you do that?
And x is 15.
Hey, I thought you did that.
Did you think it was any of the other ones?
I thought you did that.
Okay,
I thought you shut up.
next up.
There's a man, he's bullying her.
Okay, y'all don't believe. It says, find the value of x, and it's telling us, hey, these two lines are parallel. If L and M are parallel, what do you know about these two angles?
Congruent.
They're congruent. They're equal. What kind of angles are those? Not corresponding.
No, they're alternate interior angles.
Alternate interior.
I said first. No, she did not.
Y'all don't fight over
I said first. I said first.
Equals 64.
Very good, Aston. He said 2x minus 10 equals 64. Then what do I do?
Duh. Plus 10.
Add 10. We're going to divide, but first we're going to add 10, okay? Add 10. 2x.
Divide by 10.
Y'all, slow down.
It's deep.
It's 37. Divide by 2.
Yes, you do.
I
I do all the work.
And we get 37. Okay?
How many
So we just solved it. But let me make sure, yeah, that's all it wanted was x. X is 37.
How many questions are going to be?
I believe it's 10. It's just like this.
No, I got some.
Okay. All right, here's our last two. Yes. I'll cover that one. Second. All right. Shh, y'all. Be quiet. It says C is perpendicular to B and A is parallel to C. Caden, this is what we learned in the last class. Okay? So, because you asked me what if it would be on there. This is the one question I think that's on there.
It's easy.
So,
I got it right.
it says C is perpendicular to B. So y'all, I drew this little 90-degree angle on here because that's what that means. Does that make sense? Perpendicular means it makes 90 degrees.
Huh?
Then it told me that A is parallel to C. So what else do I know about A and B? If these two lines are parallel, they usually use this little triangle mark.
They're also 90 degrees.
So, if these lines are parallel, if this one's perpendicular, then what do I know about those two, A and B? They are
So we do-
also
so we B.
perpendicular.
They're perpendicular to them.
Okay? Now, then what we learned, we spent the whole class, the last class, learning about the perpendicular transversal theorem. Yes, I know that those are corresponding angles, but we went a step further and learned that transversal theorem.
So
the
it's B.
perpendicular. So it is B. A and B are perpendicular because of the perpendicular transversal theorem. Huh? Yes, one more time. Y'all
A
listen.
has two lines and B has one line.
They told me that this right here is perpendicular. Okay, they told me that. Then they told me these two lines are parallel. So then they say, what is the relationship between A and B? What do we know about these two lines? What's left to know about them? They're not parallel, so they must be what?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular. What word did y'all just say? Perpendicular. So look at all these choices.
It'd be B.
You're looking for perpendicular. So A is perpendicular to B. It is B. By the perpendicular transversal theorem. That's what you're going to be looking
The
for.
two lines is the
Oh, so that's pretty easy. That's
Huh?
two lines on A.
Does it look?
That's parallel. Yes, she's saying on A, the two lines up and down, that means parallel. This on B and C, when it's like that, those are the perpendicular
I'm gonna get put on
symbols.
the 504 plan.
Okay?
Then I can put on the one way out.
Alright, let me keep going. The last one is a little proof. I told y'all you would have a proof. It may be, it may be the same one. Okay? And you just give your reasons. Alright, they actually give you the first one, but I'm going to write it up here.
No, why are we doing
It's
this?
given.
Give-
So, yeah, the
give,
first
that's all I
one,
know.
they actually give that one to you, though, I believe.
No.
So you would write, given.
That's the one we're supposed to.
So
That's all
angle 1 is congruent to angle 5 is given. Y'all, just so you know, this whole lesson's recorded, so you can go back and listen and see if you disrupt a little much, okay? Honestly, go back and see if you disrupt a lot. Okay, angle 4 and angle 1. What do we know? How are those congruent?
Because they're vertical.
Because they're vertical angles. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say vertical angles.
Oh, that's easy.
That's what they are. So how do you know? Look at angle 1 and 4. They're vertical angles. You have to just look at the picture, okay? Why are angles 4 and 5 congruent? And it's not, no.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to prove.
Huh?
That's not the answer. We're trying to prove that those are congruent. Okay, or we'll use that they're parallel. If 1's congruent to 5 and 4 is congruent to 1, why is 4 congruent to 5?
Because
It will-
our alternate interior.
Alternate.
Transitive property.
What is trans?
That's one of the main properties that we've learned.
Yeah,
It's
we
the
learned
gender
it.
of another piece.
Remember I said?
What is okay? Can you tell me real quick what transitive means, and that's all I need to know.
Transitive, yes.
That's just getting off.
Transitive means like if angle 1, I'm making this up, okay? If
Oh.
angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, angle 2 is congruent to angle 3, then it says that 1 and 3 are congruent.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait,
Okay, I
no.
made that up.
So
That's
that's
transitive property.
transitive. That's
It's
transitive.
when you're given two things of information and then you can say, oh hey, 4 and 5 must be congruent. It's
This-
kind of like substitution.
But we're not wrong when we say 4 and 5 are alternate interior angles.
Well, we're gonna say why. Look, this is where the next thing is. Why are P and R parallel?
Because that's the two points that it touches, or
But they're
whatever.
alternate.
Like 4 and 5
Because of
are on P
alternate
and R.
interior angles. Because of alternate interior
Yeah.
angles. That's the last thing. The alternate interior angle theorem. They'll probably say, here. Actually, I'll just rewrite it.
I have to use that thing.
Alternate interior angles.
I'll start for this chapter.
That's kind of messy. Sorry. Okay. Now, question, Colton.
So, how are 4 and 5 transitive whenever they're not transitive?
Okay, that's transitive property. Watch it. It says angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. Angle 4 is congruent to angle 1. If you can cross these out and you say 4 is congruent to 5, you have used transitive property. That's something that we learned a while back. That's what transitive property is.
Oh,
So if you put alternate intent in.
That's the last thing. So look, the reason because I'm trying to use alternate interior angles to prove that these lines are parallel. Since 4 is congruent to 5 and they are alternate interior angles, then those two lines are parallel. That's the last thing we're using. Okay? It's on there, but it's the last thing. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all we got
Are we just gonna have a free day tomorrow so the girls can take their test?
No, they'll have to make it up.